Rainbow Falls in the Whitesand campground. This park is unusual because it has two completely separate campgrounds in completely separate environments. You'd have to drive between them.
So 4 kilometers west from here is the Rossport campground. So at Whitesand Lake, it's much like many provincial parks. We're in a forest by some water, and it's quite nice. The Rossport campground is a smaller campground, to be sure, and it's right on the shore of Lake Superior. And the kind of camping that you get there is like sort of KOA with some trees around the outside.
But with, fantastic views of the lake.
Right.
This Whitesand campground, it's on Whitesand Lake, which is a small lake, so it's warmer swimming. But the thing is, Whitesand Lake drains into Rainbow Falls, which is an extensive falls. That's where the park gets its name. So we noticed Whitesand Lake has quite a current to it.
It's the first week of August. We're here just for 2 nights on our way to Thunder Bay. We're in the Whitesand Lake campground. We're on site W40, which is a great site.
Love this site.
And possibly the best site in the park.
By our standards. Your mileage may vary. We're filming inside because we saw in the forecast that there was going to be rain this morning, and we thought, let's not pack up the outdoor stuff wet. So we took the awning down last night, put it away, and so now our picnic bench is not great to sit on. Yeah. Because
the forecasted rain actually came, unlike much of this trip.
Yes.
In terms of some facilities at the park, I think you can rent canoes and some other things. We didn't actually look into it because we're only staying here very briefly, and the one full day that we had, we really wanted to get on a trail and see the titular Rainbow Falls.
Yes.
Which was definitely worthwhile.
Oh, fantastic.
There's not much to do in terms of shopping in the park, but that's not a problem because we're quite close to the town of Schreiber, or Scriber, as some of the locals call it. And similarly, not much in the way of food or anything like that. You can't even get a sticker at the park office. They're sold out for the season, apparently.
Yes, so that's 2 parks now that we're going to need to order from.
Starting to make the delivery fee worthwhile.
Yeah.
All right. You can, of course, get firewood and ice and all of those sort of things. There is 1 comfort station in each campground. Different than we have seen before. Definitely venerable. Not the classic old school. Something I've never seen before in a provincial park, and maybe that's just my inexperience, is 2 buildings. So one building has the bathrooms, and the other building nearby has laundry and showers.
Yeah. And that I find that nicer than having the showers in the washrooms. So the washrooms were dry and clean, and
mostly in good repair.
Yeah. And then aside from
there were some condition issues at the comfort station. So one of the stalls in the men's room was out of order. One of the taps at the sink was dripping all the time.
I saw none of these issues, and the shower stall I was in was totally fine. Joel's had some repair issues.
There were 5 or 6 shower stalls. One of them was out of order, had a sign on it. A couple of the showers one didn't have a bench, a couple didn't have hooks. Mine didn't drain great. So I mean, there are some condition issues, but everything clean and operable. And they don't have the really flimsy kind of toilet paper that a lot of parks use.
Yeah, I
They
noticed
had good
that.
deluxe toilet paper at the comfort station. So good work. And you tell me also the Kaibos, they have vault toilets around.
And the like from this campsite, we are steps away from a water tap. We are steps away from a Kaibo, though we're nowhere close enough to be able to see or smell it. But there is no smell. Like, I've used it a few times, and it is the non-smelliest Kaibo for a pit toilet that I've ever been in.
So good work, Rainbow Falls, for keeping your Kaibos not stinky.
Yes.
Nice. Fill and dump. So here's something that's a little bit different about the park. The fill and dump is before the park gate, and in fact it's almost before you get into the driveway, so it's right at the entrance.
Yes, like drive 3 meters and turn.
And it's single lane. We noticed that the drain for the dump is actually quite far from the road by comparison to some other similar facilities in other parks. The roads in the park are in great condition. So the main road in the park is paved and very well behaved. Better than,
You're gonna name names?
I'm gonna name names. White Lake.
Yeah.
Better than our previous stop. Or the benchmark that we use for bumpy park roads, which is Grundy Lake. Not part of this trip, but certainly one of our frequent stops. The internet here, variable.
Yeah.
There are times when the internet is fast. We've also had even phone calls drop because the signal just goes away for a little while.
Yeah.
So
it's Russian roulette. But it's mostly
hopefully with a happier ending.
But it's mostly fine, and it cuts out sometimes.
Yeah, mostly very good, in fact. Okay, so let's talk about the hiking. There are several trails in the park. We went on one called the Superior Trail. Nice little trail. We'll show a couple of pictures of what it looks like. There is a lookout at the very top of it.
Which is, an actual lookout with a spectacular view, as opposed to, some parks we've been in.
Not just trees. Not just nearby trees.
And not just get a glimpse, a little thing through some trees. No, you actually get quite an amazing view. And it would help if there wasn't wildfire smoke around, but
yeah,
it was still worth it to see.
And the trail, we would say medium, with one or two spots that would be more difficult. So
mostly like scrambling over granite rocks.
Sometimes moss-covered granite rocks.
Yeah.
So proper footwear and hiking poles, highly suggested.
Yeah, very helpful.
And interestingly, so the trailhead for Superior is also adjacent to the trailhead for the Rainbow Falls Trail. So you come very quickly to a viewing platform for the Rainbow Falls, and then you can continue on and over, for the most part, up and down steps and along a boardwalk until you come to a bridge over the river, and then beyond the bridge.
And I would mention there are a few little side trails off the boardwalk slant steps, and some of those, they're worth taking because you get a different view of the falls that's actually sometimes quite something.
Excellent. And then you get across the bridge, and then it's back to a sort of a regular kind of a trail. This I would call difficult, this part of the trail.
Yeah.
Because you climb up and up and up and up and up,
to the top of
on a rough trail too, so you got to watch your footing.
Sure, yeah, lots of root snakes and lots of
little boulders and things.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to be careful where you're walking, and once again, proper footwear and hiking poles highly advised.
We got quite a workout. We were pretty sweaty. But it was fine. It was it was quite warm out when we were hiking, and we were dressed to protect from bugs, which, as it turns out, it is not buggy here, even on the trails.
That's something that's really actually notable, because we've been, even the last couple of places we've been, the bugs on the trails in particular were bad.
Yeah.
Here, the bugs on the trail hardly present.
Hardly present, yes.
Yeah, amazing. So
anyway, after that big climb, you get a different panoramic view, which is also worth seeing. And there are several stops along the top where you get different kind of panoramic views. So, yeah, it's worth doing.
And if you're feeling energetic, you can continue another 12 kilometers beyond that, all the way to the town of Rossport. Because this trail is part of the Catskills Trail system.
A thing we did not do.
Yes, and nor shall we.
We came back and had lunch.
Yeah. They have one other significant trail in the park called the Back 40 Trail. It has an out and back portion, and then there's a loop, and they also have something called the Back 40 Lookout, which I'm guessing, because it has a lookout at the end of it, involves a lot of climbing. But we didn't get a chance to look at that one. Perhaps on another visit.
And we would come back to this park. We like this park.
They have discovery stuff on the weekend. Looks like the usual kind of thing. There are a couple of beaches. There's a day use beach, and I think they call it the West Beach and the East Beach. We looked at the West Beach because it was pretty close to where the hiking trails are, and I think that's also the day use area. But quite nice. There was a volleyball net and a barbecue pit, and
yeah, I didn't get a chance to go swimming. We did go down and feel the water. It feels, reasonably warm, and there's a sandy bottom, like gravelly sand, but sand.
Let's see. So nearby is the town of Schreiber. Very big. Formerly very big on two things, trains and Japanese Canadian internment camps.
Yeah. Where they were put to work building tracks for the trains. Happily,
they have focused on only one of those things in recent years. They have, it's a nice little town. There's a little grocery store that was very well provided.
Yeah.
There's other, places to get some food and things like that. And they have a very nice little museum, largely focused on the railway, but they had lots of other old-timey stuff too.
Yeah.
And it talks a lot about the history of the town, and they certainly don't try to polish the turd of the history of what happened in the Second World War and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So really good.
It was excellent. It was professional.
Mm-hmm.
I think I sensed the presence of federal funding there.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's good. And we didn't go to Rossport, which is a little bit further away in the direction that we will be heading this morning. But I gather there's some things going on in Rossport too. On the way here, we did stop at Terrace Bay, mm-hmm. and which has, in Wawa we saw the giant Wawa goose. In Terrace Bay we saw the giant model lighthouse.
Yes.
Life-size model lighthouse.
Is it life-size? Is
it larger than life?
No. It's the size of a small lighthouse. So I think the point of it is, just have a focal point for the town, maybe drawing some tourists. There's a strip mall right behind it, a little park around it. But you can climb up to the top, and they have a coin-operated telescope observation.
So you can get a close look at the wildfire smoke.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty pointless right now.
But they have a motel / donut shop / gas station, which was a good spot to fuel up on the way.
Yeah.
So and then just a little bit beyond that, on our way here, there was a little thing. We thought, oh, what's that about? We should go have a look. It's the Aguasaban Canyon Trail Lookout
Falls.
We thought, okay, well, let's just stop there and have a peek.
Which is it's a stone's throw from the lighthouse.
Lighthouse, yeah, just outside of town. And you follow also a very professionally done boardwalk from the parking lot down, which had, a nice loop at the end and ample spaces to leave your trailer and that kind of thing, or park your trailer. And then, what should we find at the end of this? A viewing platform for a spectacular view of a big waterfall and a deep canyon
with the river going through.
River flowing down towards Superior from there.
Totally worth the stop. It was impressive. There was a woman there with her dog, her big dog, and the dog wouldn't go near the edge of the viewing platform where you see the falls. It was freaked out because the falls really are that powerful.
Right. Not much in the way of wildlife sightings here. There are lots of
red squirrels and chipmunks.
Yep, and loud crows.
The usual.
There was one squirrel in particular that was pretty brazen and kept checking us out as we were having our lunch, and then you went and slammed the trailer door.
Yeah, because I was afraid it would go in the trailer.
And then it ran up its tree and squawked at Sandy for scaring it.
Oh yeah, he was
pissed.
He was pissed.
Yeah, so that was fun. All right. So recommended sites, W40 for sure, and the one next to us, W42, also really good site. So here's the thing about W40. We've got the trailer nose in, so it's the wrong way in. We used the caravan mover to get it here, and that put us in striking distance of the power post. You would on W42 you wouldn't have to do that. W40 I think is a larger site if you want the extra elbow room, but W42 also a good size site. There are some other sites that are not too bad also. There was one site, the sites at Rossport, if you wanted to have an amazing view of Lake Superior, there are some sites at the Rossport campground that you could look at. There was one site at Rossport that we like the look of. It's not serviced though, but it does have nice privacy. Anyway, all listed in the description, and maybe we'll show a few pictures here.
But in general, the Rossport sites are just like wide open grass.
Right. Overall, as you mentioned, this is a park we would return to. I would say, in particular,
if we could get these sites here.
Yeah, these sites are really good. I would say here more than 2 nights. I think it's the kind of park, for sure, I would come to if we were ever going to do something where we're trying to get beyond Thunder Bay to the parts of the very, very westernmost part of Ontario. This would be an excellent waypoint.
Yeah.
Here we are, town of Schreiber / Scriber, nice little town, very convenient, handy to get to. The views here are great. There's a couple of really nice, campsites that we like. I think the paddling under the right conditions, or if we make the conscious decision to paddle upstream to begin with, so that we can coast back after we're tired. That's all. That I think it makes for a nice spot.
And it is mysteriously non-buggy.
Yeah. So, hooray for Rainbow Falls. Next stop, Thunder Bay.